everybody, JC here, and I'm coming at you with kind of a quick video. So this is primarily going to be an unboxing video. I've got a package that arrived yesterday from Big Bad Toy Store, and it's a pretty big package you can see here. So I thought it'd be fun to open it up. I pretty much know what's in here. It's kind of mostly just kind of a Christmas gift to myself. Some stuff I picked up off of Big Bad Toy Store as a Christmas gift to myself. There's a couple things in here that I plan on reviewing, but most of this is just stuff from my personal collection. It's a very transformative package. I'll give you that little hint there, and I'll get to that in just a minute. There were a couple of pieces of news I wanted to go over with you. So first of all, it was just announced real quick. I want to let you guys know that the Deadpool 2 movie release date has changed. Instead of being released on June 1st, it will now be released on May 18th. That puts it 1 week before the Han Solo movie, so it'll be interesting to see which one does better at the box office. Right now, because the Han Solo movie seems to be getting a lot of negative buzz, I would say Deadpool 2 is going to do better. But this is Star Wars after all, the Han Solo movie, so after we start seeing trailers and stuff for that one, I'm sure things will probably pick up a little bit for that one. But still, it's going to be a tough call to see which one does better. I mean, they're both owned by Disney now, so I don't know if it really matters that much, but it will be kind of interesting to see. The other thing I wanted to talk about is toy related, and that's some news that broke the other day, and that's about a new line, a supposed new line. I don't have this confirmed. Everything I guess looks pretty legit about this information. It comes from an Instagram page, so that's really the only information I've got on this line so far, and you've probably seen it circling around, either read about it on TNI or seen it circling around on social media. But it's a new line of premium multiverse 6-inch figures is what it's being dubbed as. And I guess it's premium because it costs $10 more than the regular multiverse figures. These figures are said to cost $30 as opposed to the normal $20. I don't really know why the price increase. I mean, the figures are said to have some accessories and a display base, and the articulation maybe looks a little better on some of these than what we generally see with multiverse figures. So I guess that's the reason why they're doing the price increase, which I find kind of odd, because unless these are going to be like a store exclusive or an online exclusive, you know, a lot of retailers seem to be shying away from the multiverse figures these days, not including like the movie ones like Justice League and stuff, but the comic book based, the regular multiverse figures. I mean, the only place I've seen the last 2 waves of multiverse at a physical store is Walmart. I've not seen any of the last 2 wave at Target or Toys R Us. Mainly because their pegs are too full of older Dawn of Justice figures and now Justice League and stuff. So, you know, like I said, it's kind of weird that any of these retailers would be interested in carrying a line that's going to cost $10 more than the normal line. And the thing about these is they appear to be based on older movies and TV series. So the 3 figures, the image that's circling around shows 3 figures. It's not a good quality image. Apparently they pulled this off of some Mattel site that I'm not sure where they got it from, but it's a very tiny image of the 3 figures. So, you know, some people have tried to blow it up, but, you know, it just comes out looking really grainy and everything when you try and blow it up. So the 3 figures they showed, and the biggest one is the Linda Carter Wonder Woman. I know a lot of you have been wanting a Linda Carter Wonder Woman. It's too bad that it's not 7-inch scale, so it would go with the NECA Christopher Reeve Superman and Michael Keaton Batman figures. However, I'm sure if this line is legit and continues, those will come eventually. Those are probably the big, you know, draws to the line, so they're probably splitting those guys up into different waves. So they're starting with Linda Carter Wonder Woman, and then also Flash from the 80s TV series. If you remember the old Flash TV series, we're getting a figure based on that version. And then Val Kilmer Batman. So not Michael Keaton, definitely not George Clooney, but Val Kilmer Batman from Batman Forever. And don't get me wrong, I actually like Batman Forever. I actually like Batman Forever better than the second Batman movie, the Batman Returns from that era. But I can't say I've really been dying for an action figure of Val Kilmer in the Batsuit. Hopefully it will have nipples, if it's hard to tell again from these images, but hopefully, you know, if this is legit and everything, there will be nipples on the Bat costume, so it's movie accurate. But as it is, like I said, I don't know how excited I am about Val Kilmer as Batman. The Flash figure, I think out of the three, looks the best. Again, it's hard to tell since the image quality for these isn't very good. And then the Wonder Woman, you know, again, it's hard to tell, but, you know, I'm sure that's probably going to be the one in greatest demand. Now, I've reached out to both Mattel and not heard back, trying to get a better quality image of this, or even a confirmation of this. They have not responded. I've reached out several times and have not heard back from them. Also, I reached out to several major e-tailers to see if they'd heard anything, and they say they have not as of yet. So that's a little bit odd. Apparently, these figures are going to be released next month, so you know, it's a little odd that, you know, we're seeing something just now, seeing something about these and only these, you know, tiny grainy images. Again, I'm not saying they're fake or anything. I'm just saying I have not been able to get any kind of real confirmation other than this image that leaked online via an Instagram page called Their Action Figures. Nobody that I know of has these up for pre-order. So it's possible these could be a store exclusive. Again, the higher price tag might lend itself to that being a you know, a store exclusive, especially since it's kind of, I mean, a lot of us, I mean, a lot of you guys watching this video, a lot of toy collectors, you know, 80s TV series Flash or Val Kilmer Batman, you know, is kind of a cool thing. Definitely lend a card to Wonder Woman, but to an everyday, just normal consumer, you know, these are going to be pretty obscure characters or versions of these characters. So, you know, I don't know. But as it is, I just wanted to let you guys know, and I am still trying to get more concrete information and definitely better images of these figures. And as soon as I do, we'll have that up on TNINews.com, and I'll probably make a new video talking about these at that point. Okay, so that's it. So let's get to the big box here. So I got my scissors here to cut the box open. Now this is, just so you know, I'm filming this on my cell phone. I don't even have like the mic hooked up, so again, I meant this to be basically just a really quick video. I just kind of wanted to share my latest purchase here. So let me first get to the things that I'll probably end up reviewing. So I got this set of SH Figure Arts Star Wars Last Jedi figures. So I mainly got these, you had to buy these two figures, the Captain Phasma and the First Order Stormtrooper, in order to get this minifigure of BB-9E. I wanted basically a 6-inch scale version of the Imperial BB droid from The Last Jedi, and since Hasbro hasn't done one yet, and they may eventually, but haven't as of yet, so I wanted to get this SH Figure Arts version, and in order to do that, I had to either pay a lot of money extra on eBay just to get this figure, or buy the set and get the 2 extra figures. So I do plan on doing a review. I'll probably review all 3 of these as one review on Jedi Insider. So again, you know, stay tuned for that. And then I also got, for SH Figure Arts Star Wars, I got the Last Jedi Elite Guard. This is the one with the whip. Since Hasbro didn't give us one of the Elite Guards with the whip weapon, I wanted to see how the SH Figure Arts actually compares to the Black Series versions, if the arm articulation is better on these and what have you. So I wanted to do kind of a comparison, but I just wanted the whip weapon because I think that's one of the coolest weapons that these guys had in the movie, and I was a little disappointed that Hasbro didn't give us the whip, so that's why I got that one. And again, I do plan on reviewing that. Okay, so the rest of these, so if you're not familiar, I'm a big G1 Transformer fan, and in particular when it comes to the toys, the Masterpiece line. I used to do reviews of all the Masterpieces, but unfortunately, you guys, I don't like my Transformer reviews that much, in part, you know, because by the time I usually get them, you know, there's tons of reviews out there already, and I'm just not known for Transformers, so whenever I would do a Transformer review, especially a Masterpiece, they just didn't get a lot of views, so I kind of fell behind on my Masterpieces, but from a personal standpoint, you can see my display case back here. That's all Transformer Masterpieces back there, and you know, I love this line. I love the Masterpieces better than Hot Toys or anything like that. In fact, I don't even really collect that many Hot Toys, but I definitely love, you know, for high end, I love Transformers. So I fell pretty far behind this past year, so I decided to catch up and get all the ones that I missed. Now I don't get like the variants and things like that, or worry about the collector coins and stuff. I just get the main G1, and I stick with the G1. I haven't gotten like the Beast Wars ones or anything like that, or the movie ones. I stick to G1 with these, but I'd fallen behind, so I got the third Seeker Jet from the second season, basically. So I already had Ramjet, and I had Thrust, so I still needed Dirge, so I went on and got him. So that's one. And then the last one, Transformer, I had gotten, which I actually haven't opened yet. I still haven't opened, was Inferno. But I went on and got, his twin, basically, Grapple here. So I would have preferred to see, before we started getting ones like Grapple and Inferno, which, I like. I had the original toys as a kid and everything. But I would have rather seen them round out the first season of Autobots, like Mirage and Hound. And I know the third-party versions of those guys and stuff. But I really generally try and stick, unless I don't think they're going to do a masterpiece version of, I generally try and stick to, the actual official licensed product as opposed to going to third party. I have a few back there. I have a third party Megatron because I didn't think they were ever going to redo Megatron correctly. Of course, they eventually did. And then also I've got Reflector back there and Galvatron because I'm not sure they're ever going to do a official Reflector, which was one of the original Decepticons from the season, and then Galvatron, which is one of my favorites. So now, speaking of Megatron, as I mentioned, I do have a third party, and I have the original Masterpiece, but the original Masterpiece Megatron was way too big with the current line. So I finally, I had been eyeing this guy, and mainly because money was tight when this guy came out. So, and I had the third party, which is actually a pretty good representation of Megatron. So I didn't feel like I could justify spending on it, but finally, again, for Christmas and everything, I went on and got him. And I can't wait to get this open. I'm not going to review it, I don't think. He's been out for a long time, and again, you guys just don't really watch the Masterpiece reviews, but this I got definitely for just me because I think he's really cool. I love Megatron and wanted to get this one, so I can't wait to get this guy open and get him in the display case. And then the final one that I got here, which I may end up doing a review of since he just was now released, is Sunstreaker. So I knew, even though I'd been falling behind, I knew when he was released that I was going to have to get him. I've got Sideswipe, his brother, over there, and one of the original G1 Season 1 characters, and definitely had to get Sunstreaker and add him to my collection. So again, just because he has just been released, I may go on and review him. Hopefully some of you will watch it. It won't be a priority. I've got a lot of things coming. So last time I gave you a channel update, I said I was going to try and do some top 10 videos, and I still am going to try and do that. Things have been hectic, and I've got things that I need to get reviewed. So I've got the SH Figure Arts Justice League movie Wonder Woman figure, which I'm still waiting to show up, but it's supposed to be showing up any day now. So I do expect to have that in hand next week to review for you guys. And then also, I expect probably middle to end of next week, I should be getting the new wave of Multiverse figures, the Clayface wave, which is starting to hit shelves now. So hopefully I'll start getting reviews of that up sometime next week as well. But I will try and fit this guy in at some point. And again, hopefully you guys will watch, even though I know most of you find my Transformer reviews incredibly boring. But, again, hopefully you will watch. I got this for me, basically. But again, since he is just being released, I figured I'd go on and review him. I do also, for Transformers, I have coming, and I probably will do a review of the Powers of the Prime Dinobots. So I was waiting to get my hands on Grimlock, which I finally got and should be here next week or the end of this week. And so I've got the other Dinobots that have been released, and so I plan on reviewing those guys. Probably I would say try and do as one review, but that's a lot of Transformers to try and cram into one review, at least if you're going to transform them on camera and everything. So I don't know, we'll see. I'll at least review Grimlock and then maybe show you the others with Grimlock. Again, you know, Transformers, it's hard to justify spending the time. They're the longest videos to do because of the transformations and everything, and then they, for me at least, generally are my least watched videos. So, you know, like I said, I will see if I can try and cram at least Grimlock in. A lot of stuff going on, and also got to get ready for Toy Fair. Toy Fair is going to be coming up next month. Already starting to make appointments. I just got off the phone today with DC Collectibles, making an appointment with them. They tell me they are going to have a lot of stuff on hand to show off. I hope hopefully it'll be action figures and not just statues. So I am kind of excited and keeping my fingers crossed that we start seeing a lot of good stuff from them. It's, you know, they've kind of gone into a slump where we haven't really been seeing a lot in the way of new action figures. And part of that, I think, is they're transitioning from the icons to the essentials line and such. But again, I'm hoping, you know, not only to see more essentials, but also to see more DC TV figures, and maybe some of the other lines, animated series. Maybe we'll get that Justice League animated series announcement. Maybe they'll finally decide to make that jump. Who knows? But that definitely will be coming up next month. Hasbro with Toy Fair as well. So a lot of stuff going on, and I'll talk more about that as we get closer to Toy Fair, which I believe, going off the top of my head, I think starts February 19th. It's a Saturday, so around that time, February 19th, is when Toy Fair will be starting. So leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. Are you into Transformers? Do you want to see me do Transformer reviews? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the new DC Premium Multiverse figures. Is that something you're excited about? Do you plan on paying $30 for a 6-inch action figure from Mattel? You know, let me know in the comments section. Until next time, guys, I will catch you later.